Let's go around this Hollywood Squares box, and I would like to ask you where you are, who you're with, and how you're holding up during this period of quarantine. Victor, let's start with you.
I'm still in Tampa with my wife, my dog, and two foster dogs from the Humane Society. So the two of us and three puppies. That's what keeping us busy right now.
Alex, how you doing, and where are you?
Yeah, I'm still in Florida in my house in Boca Raton and just waiting for what league is going to do. And actually, my mom is here right now helping me out, and so I don't have to be by myself.
Okay, so I'm not going to ask you if you've learned how to cook since quarantine has begun.
No, please don't.
Okay. Jack, how are you, and where are you?
I'm good. I'm still in Buffalo at my house. Yeah, I'm just been hanging here, honestly, just quarantining. Not too much. My girlfriend's been doing most of the cooking and taking care of the house, so I haven't been doing too much. But no, it's been good.
All right. And Shea, how about you?
I'm here in Montreal with my family. I got three kids, so needless to say, I've been pretty busy with them, a little bit of schoolwork, and then obviously trying to keep them from killing each other throughout the day, trying to plan activities and whatnot. So definitely busy in a different way.
So how are those two things going? So far, nobody's killed each other, but are you homeschooling? How are you doing that? Are they on Zoom calls with their teachers?
No, only one of them's actually in school, so it's more just activities, learning stuff, a little bit of the kindergarten curriculum for the oldest one, and then in the afternoon just kind of trying to set up different things that they can do outside if it's nice, or around the house to keep them busy.
All right. So a lot of people sent in questions, and everybody wants to know how you guys are staying in shape. And I guess I'll ask it from a couple of different angles. One is everybody just would assume that professional athletes would have crazy home gyms, but since you have everything at the office, I don't know why you would even have any piece of equipment at your house. But Alex, what are you doing? Are you having to get creative with your workouts?
Actually, I have a little gym at my house, and helps a lot. And obviously, it's really good weather here, so you can go outside and run. And I just stopped playing tennis too because we have to stay at home all the time. But I've been doing something almost every day, and helps a lot.
Okay, Jack, how about you?
Yeah, I have a little area in my house that I've designated to some gym equipment. I have enough things in there where I can get a good workout in, and I definitely don't have the luxury of Florida weather here in Buffalo right now, but it's been decent enough the last few days where you can get outside.
Shea and Victor, I think at the stage of your careers, you probably have honed how to peak for the start of a season or for the start of a playoffs. How much does the uncertainty even complicate the workout regimen even more, Shea?
Yeah, I think that's the toughest part for all of us right now is the unknown. Obviously, your training regimen kind of forms around when you need to be ready, and we don't know. So, trying to stay as fit as we can without burning anything out. And I know our strength guys kept in touch with us and got us all programs, which whether guys are doing them or not, kind of keeps us on a guideline at least to get things going in this difficult time.
How about you, Victor?
No, I agree. Like these times are obviously unprecedented, and we don't really know what's going to happen. But I have a little workout studio in my house, and I stole some stuff from the team gym before we left, so I'm all set, and I can do my workouts at home. And we got the nice weather outside, and I just ordered some workout stuff on Amazon, and I can use those outside. So trying to stay in shape as good as you can.
Great. We got questions from some media members, and Jack, John Vogel of The Athletic points out that your mom is or was a nurse, and I'm just wondering, how does having a family member in that profession impact how you're looking at things and what's going on right now?
Yeah, actually, luckily for us, my mom does work at Boston Medical Center, and from when I've spoken with her, obviously the hospital's in a lot of distress right now, and it's a tough position. But right prior to the kind of outbreak and everything that hit the United States, my dad actually had a shoulder replacement surgery. So my mom took a month of paid leave off, and just to take care of my dad. So she's actually been at home for the last few weeks, which, somehow really lucky. Obviously wouldn't want her going in. It's such a high risk, and credit to all the the medical professionals that have been on the front lines and really taking this thing head on. But when you have a loved one in that situation, you just want them to be as safe as possible. So I will say I am happy that my mom's at home right now and doing her part in self-quarantining.
Thanks, Jack. Shea, I know you recorded a PSA recently, and I just wondering how that all came about, and I guess as a really important member of the Montreal community, how important it was for you to do that.
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think we just have to all understand that we're in this together, and it's the only way we can do it is do it together. I mean, as soon as someone's kind of messing around or not taking it seriously, that's when things can turn bad for everyone. So the team reached out to me that the government wanted to do something, and I was willing to help out for sure. And hopefully it can, influence or help some of those people that maybe wanted to go out or do something that they shouldn't. And, we just gotta, it's tough times, but like I said, we just gotta stick together and then come through this together.
Yeah, you bring something up that I didn't ask on these other calls, and it strikes me now. And Victor, I'll ask you, when you have your group calls with your teammates, do the veteran guys kind of impress upon the younger guys? Look, this is no time to be going off on your own and thinking you're a hero and you're immune to anything.
No, I think we obviously stay in touch every day. Pretty much everyone on our team, and I think the younger guys, at least on our team, has done a great job of staying at home. They understand what how dangerous this is, and that's what we're going through. Is it's going to need everyone to pull in the same direction, and it might be tougher for guys that are by themselves, but they've done a great job, and make sure they stocked up on food, and don't have to leave their house more than they really have to. So they've done a great job, and obviously it's obviously frustrating sometimes, but they know that this is obviously way bigger than hockey right now, and we gotta do everything we can to help out and make sure that this comes to an end sooner than later.
Alexander, George Richards of The Athletic asked, said you injured your knee on February 1st in Montreal and came back for a few games. He's just wondering how it's going, if this time has given you even more opportunity to rehab and be ready to go when we restart.
Yeah, there's a lot of time right now to do the rehab and just do little workouts for the knee. And I mean, I'm feeling pretty well right now, pretty good and ready to go. But obviously, you gotta, what's going on right now. You just need to be patient and try to stay in shape and get ready for whatever is gonna happen.
We got two big physical D-men on this call and two big physical forwards on this call. So let's see what we can get going here. Jack, other three guys on the call, what is the thing you miss the least about playing against these guys? The thing that just drives you nuts when you're playing against them?
A lot of things. I'll start with Heddy. Obviously, so big and hard to play against, so strong, but he skates so well, and I think that for me that makes it really tough. I think just a combination of everything. I mean, Barky's kind of the same. He's responsible in the D zone as he is creative in the O zone, so you kind of have to be aware of him all over the place. And Webbs is obviously so physical and hard to play against. You don't want to get in front of his shot either as a centerman when you're playing low. If that gets through the winger, you could be in trouble. But all three of these guys super hard to play against.
Okay. You say my name? I didn't hear.
No, go ahead, Victor. Yeah, you're in. Go. You go, Victor.
Ike's, a lot of these guys that we see on a regular basis, but the two Barkey and Ike's super skilled guys. They can make you look stupid, at any time. So, I don't really miss, having to worry about that being on Sportsnet or TSN or whatever, having a highlight reel against you. So, and then Websy, especially on the PK, loading up the big bomb from the back end. And, it was funny last time we played him at home, we got in a pretty big tilt against Sergachev. So, to see that look in his eyes is something I don't miss either. So, it's good to get a break from these guys, and hopefully, like I said, we're back on the ice soon.
Jay, how about you?
Yeah, I think Vic hit it with the two forwards. Obviously, both really big, strong guys that, their skills there with it too. Obviously, they have the speed and puck protection, and they can make you look silly at any time. So definitely don't miss trying to protect against that. And then Victor's obviously one of the best two-way defensemen in the league. So this year especially, I think he's hurting us a lot. So definitely don't miss that.
How about you, Alexander?
Yeah, a lot of things have been said, and all of them are true about those guys. And obviously, playing too many times against these guys, and Ike's is really, really skilled and can score from anywhere, can make a play from anywhere, can beat you 1-on-1 anytime, and obviously to one of the best defensemen in our league, and trying to be aware of their shots, and a couple of them hit me in the foot last couple of years, so it's not much fun, but at the same time it is fun to compete against you guys, and that's what makes hockey the greatest sport ever.
Jack and Alex, you ever talk whoever you're killing a penalty with and try to get them to switch sides so you don't have to stand in front of Shea?
Yeah,
I don't kill a whole lot of penalties, but if I am out there, I'm definitely not trying to be on the left side or his side.
Yeah, definitely not trying to be somewhere else. Maybe get caught somewhere so I don't have to go and block the shot.
And Victor, when you're in front of the net and you're dealing with, three different guys trying to clear the front, and he starts winding up, do you actually audibly say, "Oh no"?
No, I get out of the way, let the goalie see the puck, and you can blame him if he lets it in. So you try and get out of the way. Maybe box a guy out, and let Dasher or Curtis see the puck. But you try and get out of the way as soon as you can when you see Shea loading up there.
Let me let's start with Jack, because he's the audiophile in this group. If you need one record to take with you to get you through this, one album, one album, not one song, what would it be?
One album. I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of Stone Temple Pilots lately, so I have the Stone Temple Pilot MTV Unplugged in New York City, so maybe that one.
Okay. We just saw a social post with a lot of Stone stuff in the background.
Yeah, I know. I have I got 2 or 3 Stones albums as well, so maybe one of those. Had one of those on the other night. And, I don't know. I got a lot of good albums. Maybe Marvin Gaye, Fleetwood Mac, maybe one of those.
All right, Alexander, what are you listening to?
I've been listening to Kygo a lot lately, just calm music. You can always put him in the background and don't worry about anything. I would just keep listening to that.
Okay. Victor, how about you?
I'm not a big music guy, to be honest. So I usually put on, today's top hits on Spotify and just play it. So nothing in particular, to be honest.
All right. Shea?
For me, probably something country. I'm also not a huge into names of albums and stuff, but maybe something, maybe Luke Combs at this point, probably what I listen to the most.
All right. Everybody's watching TV, so somebody must have a good binge watch. Shea, what are you watching?
Well, I'm big into the Vikings, so I just finished off current season of Vikings, so I'm up to date on that. And obviously, I think a lot of people have seen Tiger King, so I'm working my way through that, 5 episodes through that, so that's what I'm watching.
All right, Victor, you said I think you're on a Stephen King watch right now?
Yeah, I'm on The Outsider right now, but I still have probably 5 episodes left, but obviously based on a novel from Stephen King. So that's what I'm watching right now. But if I had to rewatch, I would probably watch Homeland again.
Last night's episode was crazy.
Yeah, I know. I watched it. I watched 2 episodes yesterday, actually. So I'm all caught up right now. But that's probably one of my favorite TV shows of all time.
Excellent. Aleksander, what are you watching these days?
I'm actually not watching anything. I'm just playing video games.
We finally found a video game guy. What are you playing?
Fortnite. Probably.
No, Call of Duty.
No,
They came with the new Fortnite game on Call of Duty, and I've been addicted to it.
You play with teammates?
Yeah, some teammates and some friends from back home.
Jack, how about you? What are you watching or what are you playing?
I've actually been watching the OC a little bit, old show, but I started watching that. Watched that a little bit. Obviously, I saw the Tiger King, and I play a little bit of video games, but only play Madden. So I like the football game, play that a lot, but other than that, not much.
Hey, Alex, I got another one for you. So we saw the Instagram video of you shooting a roll of toilet paper in your garage. And I'm wondering, which goalie do you see when you look at that shooter tutor and who has, such a terrible glove hand?
So I don't want to say anything bad about any goalies in the league. Carey Price.
Oh. Okay. Jack and Shea, Buffalo was in Montreal on March 12th, the day that we paused the season. Can you describe that day, what it was like? I don't know when you heard what was going on, when you came to the rink, how it all went down. Mike Harrington from Buffalo News asked that question.
For me, we had just gotten to the rink and we got called in for a team meeting, and they just said they couldn't really say much more than we can't have a team meeting, and everyone's just got to go home until further notice. So just got dressed, went home, and then obviously all this kind of snowballed and evolved from there. Obviously Eichel is in a different situation. They were already on the road, so I don't know how exactly they experienced their side of it.
Jack, what was it like being on the road?
Yeah, well, we obviously saw the news at the NBA the night before. We were just sitting in the hotel room watching TV, whatever. I think TSN came on and said the NBA suspended their season. So, we were kind of sitting there wondering whether or not we were going to play the next night and how long before, we would probably follow suit with them. And just kind of went about the morning normally. And then I think we had a 10 a.m. bus to the arena for morning skate. And, probably 15 minutes before that, we got a message saying just stay in the meal room, that we were going to have a team meeting. And at that point, there was a lot of unknowns. So they just said that, we weren't going to go to the rink, and we were going to hear more news later that afternoon when the NHL decided to have their meeting, and just to kind of stay put. And, we just kind of hung around for the day, not much. I think it was just a weekday. And, then all of a sudden we got the news that, the league was going to go ahead and suspend play for that time being. And we just jumped on the plane and came back home.
Got an interesting mix of guys in different places in the standings, different age groups. So I'm asking you to be as self-serving as you possibly can with this question. You're the commissioner or you're the schedule maker. How do we restart? Start right away with playoff games? Play some games to get your teams back in the playoffs? Or how are we going to do this? So, Victor, start with you.
Well, you're putting me on the spot.
Yes.
It's tough to look that far ahead. We obviously want to play, and you want to play as many games as you can. It would be, how many games left in the regular season? 10, 12 games when it got suspended. So, I think you're going to get a lot of different answers if you ask different guys. But, it'll be tough to jump straight into playoffs. There's no question about it. But, this is uncharted waters for everyone. So, without, knowing when it's going to restart, we're hoping to get a few games in, obviously, before playoff starts. But, at this point, you don't really know. It's going to be tough. You saw yesterday, the social distancing got extended to, last April 30th. So, that's another, 30 days away. So it's tough to see where this is going to end. And, you just got to pray and hope that, guys are staying safe. And, like I said earlier too, hockey is really, secondary right now. It's about health and, limiting the amount of, people dying from this, terrible virus.
Aleksander, I know you guys were on quite a roll and closing fast on a playoff berth when we paused the season. How frustrating you'd like whatever restart there could possibly be would have some regular season games, I hope.
Yeah, obviously, it's not the best situation right now with all this happening in the world, and the main thing is to get everybody healthy, as many guys healthy as possible in the world, and then when everything is fine, then get hockey back. But I agree with Victor. It's gonna be tough to go straight to the playoffs, and the intensity of the playoffs is high, and I would love to play as many games as possible before the playoffs too. But obviously, like, in best case scenario, I would probably do the tournament or something. That's my thing. But thank God I don't have to decide anything. I'm just here to wait what the league is gonna do with the season, and just trying to stay healthy.
Well, Shea and Jack, I'm sure you won't be surprised. PK Subban thought the idea of a 31 team, everybody in tournament was a great idea. So what do you guys think of that?
I mean, obviously that guarantees us a spot in the playoffs, but I don't really think that's fair to teams that are in first place or whatever. I mean, it's these guys both kind of hit on it. There's so many different scenarios that it could be. I mean, that's obviously not up to us. It could be anything. And I think anyone that's going to be involved in the playoffs needs some sort of a build-up or, some sort of training camp or something to get them ready, because this is going to be quite an extended period of time off. But like Victor said, this is so much bigger than hockey right now. It's the main priority is just making sure everyone's safe and getting healthy. And when we do get back, then everyone will be excited to get back out there in front of our fans. And whatever the circumstances or situation is, I think everyone's going to be excited to get going.
Jack?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they've all touched on it. It's a tough situation to predict right now. We really don't know what tomorrow holds, never mind, a month from now. So it's tough to predict, the hockey aspect of life. Obviously, I think it would be tough to say that the league knows what we're going to do, because, I don't really think the world knows what's going to happen, in a few weeks. So, like they said, I think, just focusing on the real issue at hand, which is, what's going on in the world with the pandemic. And, I would be lying if I said I didn't want to, be a part of the continued games. I think that it's tough to imagine the season going without, finishing. And, but it's also tough to imagine a playoffs, just after a long break like this. I think that the season always ramps up to get to playoff level, it seems. And, I obviously want to keep playing. I'm sure all these guys do too.
Victor and Alexander, I wonder how you're staying in touch with the people back home. Victor, we've seen that Sweden has a somewhat different approach, Stockholm especially, than what's going on here. Have you been in touch with people back there, and how are they handling it compared to the way we're handling it?
Yeah, I mean, I have, obviously all my family's back home, and, most of my family where I'm from is, 6 hours north of Stockholm, and I don't even know, we might have 1 or 2 cases up there. So, they've been kind of, lucky so far, but they're still very, very they're still very, very, careful what they do, and try and stay inside as much as they can, and practicing really social distancing. And you can still obviously be outside, but make sure that you're staying far away from other people. And you know, I have one of my brothers living down south. It's the same thing there. You know, they have their cases, and you know, schools are, you know, not all of the schools are closed, but you know, I think less and less kids are at school. They're more home, and you know, the parents taking care of them. So, but it's the same for them. This is unprecedented times, and it's, you know, it's nothing you can control rather other than what you do yourself. So they're all very, very, you know, knowledgeable about this, and they know what's going on. So I obviously wish I could be there too. You know, you want to be close to your family at this time, but you know, you just got to make sure that it's you know, safe enough to get back there before you do.
Aleksander, are you in touch with people back home too?
Yeah, and it's pretty similar situation over there. The countries are really close to each other, so I know the Helsinki is shut down right now. You can't really go there or go from there anywhere. But where I am from is like 2 hours north from Helsinki, and that city has a couple of cases, but still everything is like restaurants are closed only for takeaway, but it's pretty similar situation to where I am right now, and like just trying to stay home, and all my friends do that too, and playing video games all day.
Yeah, everybody's all in the same boat everywhere. Guys, you've been so generous with your time today. I'd just like to go around the group and just give everybody a chance to say something to their fans and fans all around the world. Jack, why don't we start with you?
I think, you know, obviously, thanks for tuning into this. And, you know, just I think in a situation like this with what's going on in the world, it's important to, you know, remember, you know, we're all in this together. The end is unknown, but at some point, you know, things are going to get better, and you know, the daily life is going to come back. But for now, it's important to just, you know, do the right things every day, and you know, really take this serious, because you know, there are some serious consequences to, you know, not doing the right things and taking the right precautions every day. And you know, I just hope everyone's in a good frame of mind, you know, with, you know, being around loved ones and understanding, you know, that we're going to get through this. So, you know, I wish everyone the best. I hope everyone's very healthy. To everyone in Buffalo, around the world, back in Boston, you know, I just wish everyone the best, and just know we're going to get through this, and, you know, look forward to seeing everyone back, you know, at the KeyBank Center whenever the next game is.
Shea, I know there are a lot of people in Montreal, Nashville, BC, and all over who are happy to see you. And what do you have to say to them?
Yeah, obviously, I just want to say merci, and thank you guys for all your support and sticking with us through these tough times. It's not easy for anyone. It's not easy for us, yourselves, obviously the people in Nashville. Tough times for you, not only the tornadoes right before this, and hopefully you guys stay strong now coming through this virus coming next, and I know you guys will. It's a good city, and you guys are strong together, and obviously the people here in Montreal, just we're looking back to getting forward in front of you guys at the Bell Center whenever that time is, and merci beaucoup and restez prudent.
Great, Shea. Thank you. Aleksander, I'll ask you to do double duty if you can speak to Panthers fans, and then maybe to the people back home in your native language.
Yeah, I'll start with English, and obviously it's in Florida. We have this spring break too. A lot of people here, but last couple of days been kind of when running or just walking around, is not seeing too many people outside, which is a really good sign, and everybody's taking this thing seriously. So really appreciate that, and for trying to stay healthy and away from each other as much as possible, and can't wait to get back on the ice and PBT Center and continue the season or whatever's going to come first, and just try to stay healthy and enjoy the weather outside and enjoy being inside too. And finish, toivottavasti kaikki ottaa tämän asian tosi vakavasti ja koittaa pysyä terveenä niin paljon kuin mahdollista, ja tietysti Suomessa kaikki sairaalat sun muut tekee tosi hyviä juttuja ja pitää kaikki terveenä, niin, mutta koittakaa silti pysyä sisällä ja nauttia siitä, että ei ne kelit kuitenkaan niin hyvät ole vielä Suomessa, että porukka olisi niin paljon ulkona ja pysykää terveenä.
Thank you, Alexander. Victor, if you can also do double duty, take it away.
I will. Yeah. No, I just want to say to, all the Lightning fans, Tampa Bay residents, we're in uncharted waters, like I said earlier, and, thank you for your patience. We've been noticing here too a big difference in, big gatherings and, people being more inside and being more cautious, staying away from people. And, that's a very good sign that, people are really taking this seriously and, focusing, on this serious task we have, this serious task that we've been dealt. So, we're obviously looking forward to, getting back on the ice as soon as possible and, getting in front of our amazing fans that have been supportive, for me for over 10 years now. And, this is a second home for me, and you made me feel, very blessed that I've been a part of this organization for such a long time. So, I just want everyone to stay safe, stay home as much as you can, and hopefully we'll see you sooner rather than later. Och till alla svenskar hemma i Sverige. Det är som sagt väldigt tuffa tider för alla i hela världen just nu. Och jag följer så gott jag kan via internet hur utvecklingen är hemma i Sverige. Och som sagt, jag kan bara säga till alla att ta det här verkligen på största allvar. Det här är ingen normal grej liksom. Det här är en sak som har drabbat hela världen och som har drabbat oerhört många människor, som har tagit många människors liv. Så att ta det här på absolut största allvar. Tänk verkligen efter på vad du gör, vilka du umgås med, om du verkligen måste umgås liksom, och stanna hemma så mycket du bara kan. Och ta hand om era nära och kära, framförallt de äldre och de som är i riskgrupper. Så att vi får ett bot på det här och få stopp på det. Så att ha det så bra, så